You'd have to do your own research. And moving on to some good news, we have. So this is actually Crypto Coffee quote tweeting this guy who tweeted out, Hex just sent me an ad in the mail. Must have been from my data in Celsius network. KYC sucks. So this is actually interesting. So I like this. I like this postcard. So this guy said, "Trust no one," and he said, basically, it's comparing side by side Celsius network with Hex, and it shows Celsius as a lending company. Celsius is a corporation that lends your asset out to derive the yield it pays. Employees, it has employees. Celsius has 450 employees that you can trust with your assets, registered securities. So that means basically, I think the main point, the main liabilities of employees is that they're an expense. So Celsius is going to sell their tokens and things like that to fund their operation. I think that's what happens with Bitcoin mining. That's what happened with Celsius. There were token unlocks. There were bonuses and sell token for the employees, which they probably dumped on the market, which is why it couldn't have such good price performance in the second part of its of the bull market. It's headquartered in Hoboken, New Jersey. Celsius Network LLC maintain offices in 4 countries and operated globally. It's subject to legal ramifications, things like that, being a company. There's no lockup period. Okay, so that's Celsius there for you. Then we got Hex. Hex is a smart contract. Hex is a complete product. It's an unchangeable contract with no admin keys. No one can lock you out from your money. We all know that the people in Celsius were not able to recover their money, even if they had gains. So with Hex, nobody could lock you out except for yourself if you promise to time lock in order to earn that additional yield. Employees. Hex has no employees or any middlemen. It's trustless, just you and the contract, and cannot be governed by the SEC. There you go. Hex is an immutable smart contract on the blockchain. Another thing I love about the fact that it's has no employees or middlemen is there's no payroll, there's no overhead. Nobody's dumping Hex on your head to pay the employees and middlemen like you see with Bitcoin mining, like you see with Celsius. And it's headquartered. The Hex code lives on the blockchain. Its decentralized design can be accessed by numerous front ends, but no central office or physical location. Exactly. It is decentralized. Only you could access your Hex from your wallet, and you can commit to not selling in order to earn the trustless yield. And the lockup period is 1 to 555 days. So I love this. And what I really love about this is the fact that it is comparing Hex to Celsius. Celsius has a huge community. Celsius is a good community. And these people are really broken. And there are a lot of people out there like Simon Dixon who are trying to lead them to other lending platforms that say this time they'll do it better. But they never do. They always end up messing up. It's happened with Celsius, BlockFi, Voyager, Quadriga CX, Cryptopia. Richard Hart talks about those. It's been happening for numerous cycles with numerous companies screwing people over, basically telling them that they're going to get interest and then, losing their money. So I see the same thing playing out. Simon Dixon tried to redirect them to Salt Lending, and that ended up going under, and now they're trying to find another solution. When the solution is not to trust people, but to trust code, to trust what is trustless and what works. And this Hex, like Celsius, allows you to earn yield at a higher rate and trustlessly, without any middlemen, without any people messing you over. And it also saves you from yourself, because when you time lock, you are not going to sell early. Like people that got in on Bitcoin early sold it on the double, or they sold it on the 4x, the 10x, and they missed out on the 1 million x. And with the time lock, at least some of your Hex is going to have exposure to the tremendous price appreciation that I believe is going to continue to happen. So I really like that they're reaching out to the Celsius community. There's something that I talked about. I think it's better for Hexkins to reach out to people that already are in that target market of earning yield in crypto, and also people that are familiar with crypto, people that know how to use hardware wallet, people that know how to use a decentralized exchange. That was a lot of the trading volume for Celsius. So I think it's a great community to onboard. And we'd like to welcome all our Celsians. If you're new here, if this is the first time you're watching, we welcome you to the Hex community. This is pretty much exactly what you're looking for, just without the counterparty risk. So that much safer of a bet, that much better of an asset, in my opinion. So kudos to this guy for really reaching out to Celsians. I think that is the best people you could reach out to. So this guy said, Hex just sent me an ad in the mail. Must have been for my data in Celsius network. KYC sucks. That's interesting. So somebody used the addresses in Celsius network to reach out with Hex. That's very interesting. And I'm sure some people, I'm tweeting this, lol. This was a campaign that you directed, just trying to trace the info of my address to what seems like a very targeted campaign. There you go. So this guy he's got the learning curve. He thinks that Richard Hart directed the campaign. That is not true. Richard Hart did not direct the campaign. He does not direct. I'm going to like that tweet. He doesn't direct any campaigns. This is done by the community. This is completely grassroots. Okay. So yeah, I guess, listen, if you are a Hexagon, you're on Twitter, feel free to reach out to this guy. Maybe DM him or get in the comment section. Be nice, be polite. That's how you win people over, and explain to him why Hex is the solution to the yield, the counterparty risk issue in yield. But I think what this guy did is awesome. And then Crypto Coffee tweeted, guys complaining about Celsius KYC, also shares GPS of his run 4 tweets earlier. That's pretty funny. But yeah, no, that's interesting. That's a great update. People using mass outreach by the Hex community to Celsius, and the same should be with BlockFi communities, all the people that really were chasing yield and lost their money with counterparty risk. That's where I came from. I came from the Celsius community, and Hex has everything that Celsius has to offer, just better, higher yield, time locking to save yourself from yourself, and zero counterparty risk, zero middlemen. So kudos to this guy. That's a really great development. People are really picking up. Like, I think outreach to like Celsius is so much more effective than, outreach to people that watch NASCAR. Not trying to hate on that, or outreach to people that are, watching television, that are crypto laymen. I think this is just that much more effective and that much better at onboarding. So shout out to this guy. We appreciate your service. And then he says here, oh snap, he's quoting that Celsius postcard. Oh snap. Well, sometimes you need to really pound those differences into people's heads. They were very wrong about what was safe and what isn't. Alex was not your friend. Alex Mashinsky. Hex doesn't have a company to go bankrupt, and the code just runs and does what the code does. Yes, very, very true. He's mad that he's targeted with a more safe and superior option than Celsius. Yes, very true. Yes. That's what it reminds me of what Johnny Chaos was saying, that like people fear what they don't understand, and it's a little bit complicated. It's not something that you can easily grasp, but if you do your research, you can understand it. It's not like rocket science. It is understandable, but people don't understand it, and they fear what they don't understand. So chill. That's what he said. Chill. I made the short like that. Actually, you know what? Let me play this for you guys. I really like that. I think that it really speaks to what Leo is talking about. Let me see. Let's share. I have to stop screen share. Present. Please like the video and subscribe, though. If you're enjoying the show, feel free to leave a super chat. Supports me in the show. Share screen. Here we go. All right. Here we go.
You have to give people information they understand. If you're unable to do it in a way that they can understand, it just generates fear. Okay. Because your brain likes to fill in the blanks for things that it doesn't have answers to. And then when you get all panicky and upset and you don't understand what's going on, you start filling in the blanks, you start thinking imaginary horribles, and it gets you all worked up, and you still don't know what's going on, right? So people attack what they fear and fear what they don't understand, and panic is the best way to get yourself wrecked in crypto. Chill, relax, be in a position you don't need to sell, just like Richard's in a position he doesn't need to sell. You
Yeah,
have to
well
give
said. Well said. Shout out to that. Shout out to Johnny Chaos. Nailed it. Chill. Take the time to understand it. You fear what you don't understand. Understand Hex. Then you probably won't be attacking it. It is the superior option, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but it's hard to imagine not being the superior, considering Cell is bankrupt and these basically the depositors may or may not get their money back. But yeah,